episode. We might have went on too long about religion.
This is S. Michael Sims.
And Christine, a.k.a. Honey.
And we are
Taboo. Taboo. Taboo, a couple's journey into sexual depravity. Or, as we lovingly call it, depravity. You guys can call it depravity. Just say, hey, have you seen depravity? That's us.
And we landed on that because of the way that society looks at people like us. And people like us meaning hypersexual, very open about our kinks, willing to explore the taboo, the dark side of sexuality and relationships. And yeah, that's the idea of the show. It's a twofold thing, right, babe?
Yeah. It's about taboo.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk topics of taboo, and it's also about our journey and we'll get into all of this, and this is going to be subsequent episodes. But we're a new couple, and
yeah, what's it been, babe?
3 weeks.
Has it even been a month? It's not even a month yet, has it?
Yeah, like on the 10th or the 14th, it's a month, and today's the 1st. And that's sort of why it's important for us to start now. We're really jumping into this.
Right, we want to chronicle the whole thing.
Yeah.
We want someday to look back at all of this and say that was our journey, and maybe people will get something out of it.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking, because, and it goes back to, and we'll talk about this in just a sec, our backgrounds and how we got where we are, but I have always felt like everything that I say, and I talk to people about sexuality every day, and I believe that somebody somewhere is going to get something out of what I say. Yeah, I may be depraved, but others have questions. This is a podcast about the things that people think about but are too afraid to talk about.
I might need to put quotation marks around sexual depravity in the title, because
couple's journey
into sexual depravity.
So actually it would be a couple's journey
into quote sexual depravity unquote, because I don't feel like I am depraved. I know though that many people look at me as someone who is depraved.
Yes. Oh, 100% agree. I don't think I'm depraved. I know damn good and well that other people, including members of my own family, think I'm depraved. And let me tell you, they're a little depraved themselves if I am. So, kettle black and all that.
Now, that's not to
stuff.
say that I don't feel like others might be depraved. I mentioned to you Anders Veg on DR.
Yeah.
Anders for short. He's into necrophilia, which is pretty fucking depraved,
yes,
in my opinion, but that's my opinion.
And we're not shaming anybody.
Hey.
Look, well, what we do, and I think Mike agrees, we talk about everything, and we will talk about things that walk the line. But what we won't talk about are things that break the law. Right? So there are things that we're not going to talk about because we're not going to kink shame anybody.
Nope.
We're not going to talk about it because it's illegal.
So yeah, let's just throw that out there. No kiddie stuff.
No.
And
violence against somebody's will.
Yeah, no actual rape.
Yeah, no non-consensual things.
Which I said actual rape.
Right, because there is consensual and non-consensual.
Yeah, there are rape people who have rape fantasies.
CNC is a thing. I have a CNC fantasy.
No shit. Yeah. Let's hear about that.
You have the date rape. You've heard about it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about it. But
I just put something in her drink, folks.
Okay. That would be illegal.
I'm telling you. Don't drink it.
I'm telling you that I just put something in your drink, okay? Let's wink, wink. We're going to have fun later on, whether you remember it or not.
We're having fun right now, and that's the other thing you should know about us is that we're both very sapiosexual, which means that we are turned on by intellectualism, by smarts, by conversation, deep conversation, things that tweak that side of your brain that craves intellectual stimulation. That's very high on both our sexual radars.
Yeah, and that is something that
probably why we ended up together.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was the motivating factor that pushed us.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're dating somebody, especially the first date, you're trying to figure out, so what differentiates this person from that person? Because you're, especially in today's dating world, you have so many people that you're looking at that's interested in you. And I think that is definitely what caused us to gravitate towards each other and decide, yeah, let's stick with this one. Because, we mentally stimulated each other.
Yep, we do.
Yeah.
So do we want to talk about how we met first, or do we want to talk about our backgrounds?
I would rather talk about our background, limited, guys. We're not going to, tell you our whole life story.
I was born a poor black child.
He wasn't.
No.
Let's just talk about, how we got here. How we
ended up depraved.
Well, not just depraved, but entertainers of a sort, right?
Sure.
Tell them what you do, how you got here.
Okay, well, a little bit about me. I am 50 years old. I just got out of a 23-year marriage with my high school sweetheart. We were both entertainers. We were in choir together in high school, and that's kind of how we fell in love with each other. And
now, don't go looking for them on, the DMB or whatever. They were local entertainers.
Yeah, local. We're not on IMDb, although I might be as a guest on a DVD or whatever.
Yeah.
We were local celebrities, on the karaoke circuit or whatever.
Very involved, though.
Did a lot of shows, musicals and shit.
Yeah.
I am hypersexual, probably because of shit that happened to me when I was a kid. Stretching all the way back to 1977 or 78, when I was 3 or 4 years old. Shit that happens to you when you're young sticks in your head. A few years after that, happened again. Once something sexual happens to a very young person, other predators tend to latch onto that.
Yeah.
They notice that you're more open to
vulnerable
sexuality and sexual things.
Yeah.
You become a target. So I had a huge target on my back all throughout my childhood. My teen years, I ran away from home when I was 14 and was in a 2-week relationship with a 30-some-odd-year-old guy. I'm not gay, but I did shit with him.
You were 14 and you were sexualized.
Yeah.
And you were homeless.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not hard to figure out.
That's why on my DR profile it says willing molestee.
What is DR?
Documenting reality. It's like an alternative to Facebook. It's a social media platform
for depraved people.
Basically, yeah.
It's a lot of crime.
It's a lot more than that, yeah. And we'll get into all that.
Yeah, we will. Go ahead.
Then in my teens, I met Jenny, of course, and she also had
his ex-wife,
a background with having been abused sexually. So we probably did a lot more together than other kids, our age. Maybe not. I don't know. And then we broke up, and I went off on my own and ended up with a woman who was 28 years older than me. And I stayed with her for 5 or 6 years because, again, I'm a sapiosexual. I was drawn to her wisdom and her intelligence.
Yeah, an older woman.
So,
yeah,
that lasted for as long as it did. I experimented with homosexuality in my early 20s briefly. Realized it wasn't for me, but again, I was a trisexual, try anything once, right? I explored my sexuality. Not proud of it. I still have shame involved with that because of my religious background. But I'm not religious anymore, so I don't feel that shame anymore, really, I guess. But then many years went by. I ended up getting married to Jenny. We fooled around in the lifestyle. In 2005, got on Adult Friend Finder, which is kind of a swingers site. It's for singles too, but a lot of swingers are on there. So we did the swinger lifestyle for a while. I discovered certain kinks that I had and realized certain fantasies that I had. Did that for a while and then got involved in the church a few years later, and all that shit was wiped out. And then my marriage failed. Couple of years after that.
It didn't fail. He had a learning experience.
Yeah, it was what it was. And then I started dating, and I said, I'm going to give myself 1 month to find somebody like me, and then I am giving up, and I will just, whatever. But I did it, and I found her, and here she is with me, and we're doing this.
Yeah.
So that's my background.
Okay. And did we mention you have a podcast? So,
No.
So the way that he got into, so he was always an entertainer, singer mostly, but he also does podcasting and he writes. So he's artistic,
I'm
creative.
into horror movies, horror reviews, writing, etc. I've written a lot of reviews for Morbidly Beautiful magazine. I have a podcast called the Scared Shitless Podcast, which is available on YouTube. There's a few old episodes on there.
Yeah, there's not a lot, but he's going to start doing more, pretty soon. So, but there are some interesting episodes. You should go watch it if that's interesting to you.
If that's your thing, yeah. If you're into horror, I'd definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my background.
Okay. Well, and as far as I go, I've always, people have always gravitated towards me to talk to me about things. I've always been someone that's easy to talk to. For some reason, and I attribute it also to my abuse. I have had, unfortunately, a lot of abuse, and it wasn't just sexual abuse. I had a lot of sexual abuse from the time I was 5, that I remember anyway.
Tell them about the poll. What?
I don't want to tell them about the poll. Not
Not
yet.
the
Not
poll.
now.
I want to know why you're a freak.
Well, I'm a freak because, Anyway, so, but I think my wisdom comes from not just, that abuse, because it is what you make of it, right? I mean, we can let it break us or we can grow from it. We can learn from it. And it is, I know it's difficult to say, oh, I was sexually abused and I learned from it. There was something to learn from it. That's such a tough thing for people to hear. But it's how I chose to proceed. But I also had...
there was a silver lining in my having been abused as a child.
Yeah. But it wasn't just sexual abuse. I was neglected, rejected, and ignored. And I have no way to think that it didn't happen from the time I was born. Of course, I don't remember that, but I'm pretty sure it was. And that was my whole life. And I did gain a certain kind of empathy and premature wisdom for life. It's just the way I chose to look at life and accept everything that happened to me. And so as a teenager, people would come to me. And then as an adult, more people, men, when I was a teenager, it was mostly men, boys that would come to me. Tons of questions about sexuality. I mean, what do I know? But for some reason, people would come to me. So that kept happening. And then when I was in my 30s, I got divorced. I had 3 kids. I got divorced, met a man I had a 6-year relationship with, and he was involved in the lifestyle, got me involved with him.
You guys go on AFF?
We did not. This was in 95.
So way before,
Right.
like the internet had just come out. Okay.
Yeah, the internet. We met on it was called Penny Saver in California, and it was a little magazine where you put all your personal ads.
Huh.
And in that was the personal ads for trying to find other couples or, whatever. So that's how we met. Anyway, we got involved in the lifestyle. That's how I was introduced to it. I did things that came with that, that life. I became a stripper. I was a cam model, and this was back before cam models were really a thing. I did modeling and, just a lot of stuff. And then I ended up leaving him, and I got married, and I was married for 23 years, and totally vanilla, completely vanilla, and loved it, and it was fine, great, wonderful. Ended up becoming separated at 21 years, divorced at 23 years, and during COVID, which is when this happened, because we got married in 2000, so in 21 we got separated, and we'll get into the reasons why, because it all has to do with my previous experience as a cam model and in the lifestyle. But ultimately, I got an OnlyFans page, and I ended up getting a Chatterbait, a cam model page. Did that for a while, went through a lot of things, the divorce, and also some pretty traumatic, personal things in my life that caused me to have to take a step back from, mostly it was just that I didn't feel like stripping on cam. But I would still go. And I had created a pretty big community. And so they were almost my support system.
Your fans.
Yeah, my fans. I had like about 50,000 fans. And I would go there and I would spend a couple of hours every day with them. And we ended up creating a community where we talked. We talked a lot. They would come into the room and they would say, so, honey, what do you think about this? And they would tell me about a date they had or a sexual experience they had or, erectile dysfunction or a prostate, whatever. Just
prostate, like prostate stimulation?
Like a massage, yeah. And they would, and I had all kinds of things. I mean, the amount of things that I heard and talked about and learned is insane. And what happened was, over time, these guys started saying, why aren't you recording this? This is gold, our conversations. And I realized that they were right.
So that's when you started your podcast?
That's when I started my podcast, because these are things that people could want to hear, these conversations. They're questions, as I said, they're questions that people think about but are afraid to ask, and they have nobody to ask. Nobody. So they just walk around with this shit on their brains. They won't talk to their buddies because Lord knows what their buddies will say to them. Yeah. And they can't talk to their spouse. There's nobody. So they just walk around with it. Well, now here I am. And I don't kink shame for anything. I don't turn anybody away. You have any kind of question, I don't care if you tell me you want to shit on somebody's face. It might not be something I am into, but I'm going to talk to you about it.
If you want to hang from a ceiling fan and cluck like a chicken with a bottle in your ass, more power to you.
Well, and it's not even about more power to you, but kind of, it is about empowering people to stop feeling ashamed of what their feelings are. To look, if you're struggling with the way you feel, you got to figure that shit out. You've got to figure out why you're struggling. And if it's simply because of what other people think, you got to get over it. If it's something you want to do, it makes you happy, it's your thing, and the only thing holding you back is the shame that other people are giving you, then I'm here to tell you there's a whole community of people out there who enjoy what you enjoy, and you might not realize that. You think you're out there stranded on an island by yourself, and you're really not.
We live in a free country. We are here on this planet for a limited time. We should have free range to explore and get into, within legal limits, whatever the fuck we want, and not have to feel like shit about it. Amen?
Yes. And that is something that we also wanted to bring up. So before I say that, that is how I got to where I am. That's how I got to my podcast, which is the Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine.
And Chris Anthony.
That podcast is on YouTube, and I talk about relationships, dating, intimacy. I've had it for, 3.5 years. That's what I've been doing. And now I'm here, met Mike, and we, are kind of embracing who we are and want to share it with, we just think that there are people out there who probably would, hear what we're doing and want to know, well, whether they want to watch because they think it's a freaking train wreck.
Freak show,
whatever. Or they want to watch because this is something that's been on their mind. And they want to know, well, how does it work? How do you do this? Because we're taking this from meeting to,
wherever it is we end up.
Right. And we're going to show you everything in between. So if we end up getting in the lifestyle and making action out of our words, we're taking you along.
It was hard to decide exactly what it was that we wanted to do. That's why it's kind of a twofold podcast. Half of it is talking about a taboo subject each week, and the other half is talking about what it is that we've been up to with each other and in quote unquote the lifestyle. And I really wanted to document what it is that we're doing because I've never met anybody like us. I've never met anybody like me. And I feel like Christine is me with boobs, basically. And I haven't seen any podcasts where a couple has talked about the sorts of things that we want to do and that we're going to get into.
Right.
And I'm sure they exist out there somewhere, but
Well, and I've seen podcasts of people like in the lifestyle, so to speak, and they talk about, the do's and don'ts. How do you get started? How do you do this? How do you do that? The etiquettes and what have you. And maybe the different types of, situations that are in the BDSM
but
community.
not necessarily the ins and outs of their
Correct.
actual relationship.
The relationship, yeah. Where we want to say almost like a documented reality show. So that's why we wanted to start this so quickly too. We're really not prepared so much. We just want to jump right in because we want you to be on board from the beginning. We've only been dating a little over 3 weeks, and we've kind of moved fast, and we want to get it out there, and we want you to see our thought process. We're not in the lifestyle together.
And I'm glad you said documented reality. We are documenting reality.
Yes.
And it's funny because that's one of the first. It is the first place that we unveiled what it is that we're planning on doing. Unveiled the podcast.
Honestly, that
was on documenting reality.
That might have
the website.
That actually might have been the catalyst that glued us together.
Was DR?
Yeah. Because he told me, here, go here, I want you to see this. And it without him having to sit there and lay out who he was, I was able, and I did exactly what he thought I would do. That, when you're on these sites, you can do a search of a person's history.
Okay, I should tell them what documenting reality is.
Okay, go ahead.
Documenting reality is a site run by Chris Wilson that's been around since 2009, although he has a presence online that predates that. But it's been around since 2009, and basically it exists to show reality and everything that is ugly
the stuff
and
you can't
forbidden
see elsewhere.
And taking place around the world every day. But things that you can't see elsewhere.
That they hide from you.
Yeah. People dying.
Yeah.
People, autopsies.
Just all kinds of
medical
stuff. Everything
problems.
you can think of.
Anything you can think of that you can't see on normal television or hear about on the radio.
The news. They don't show it to
and
you.
he is a huge proponent of free speech, and that's one of the main reasons one of the main things that attracted me to the site is I'm a huge proponent of free speech. I don't think you should not be allowed to talk about anything.
Right, but he doesn't allow pornography. He has to be very careful, Chris does, running this site, because he's always on the verge of being shut down. So he has to make sure that he's running this site.
Because there are some things you can't talk about, right? You can't, the example that's always given, you can't yell fire, if there's not a fire. You can't create a panic. You can't incite violence.
A riot or violence, right.
You can't call for violence against a certain group of people like the Nazis did. There are limits to quote-unquote free speech. Okay, I agree with all that, but besides that, leave me the fuck alone. Let me talk about what the fuck I'm going to talk about.
Right, and there's got to be a place you can go to in order to see the real world. There should be, for people who want to know. As long as you're not breaking the law.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not saying circumvent the law. We get it. The law is the law. Nobody wants to break the freaking law. But there are things out there that are being kept from us, and we just, hey, maybe we're interested. So that's what this website is.
I highly recommend it. I don't recommend every board for every person. There are certain boards like the graphic videos of death board. I don't recommend that for everyone. You may not be able to handle that sort of thing. Same thing with medical problems. But then there's other boards like the true crime board. There are boards that have...
There's lots of stuff, lots and lots. You can just...
documents that are forbidden, just tons of shit that has to do with
If you're interested
free speech.
in, just say like the Epstein files. You want to talk about it. You want to hear about it. What people think. You can find stuff. You want to hear about JFK. Aliens. Anything that's out there that seems to be sort of hidden, covered up. If there's information and there's an interest, you'll probably find it there. And that's where Mike has hung out.
Yeah, since 2010. And I told her when we first, started deciding that, hey, maybe this is the person that we're supposed to be with, because that's what we both wanted, was the final, this is my person. When it seemed like things were moving in that direction, I said, okay, this is a part of me that's not going anywhere that you need to know about. I am into expressing myself and freedom of speech and the dark side of humanity and all these things, all the things. So I said, here's a link to Documenting Reality. And here's the water cooler where I've been pretty much saying everything that's on my fucking mind since 2010 without a filter. She checked it out, and
the water cooler is a thread within the
paying members,
website.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't know. Yeah.
But it's on the website. It's a category you can go into, and he has hung out there for years. So I was able to search his name, see all his posts. It doesn't show you everything, but it shows you a lot. It is, just a computer, right? So I was able to see enough to see just how depraved his mind is. And I think that he was sort of holding his breath, wondering if I was going to say, okay, this is too much for me.
And for example, one of my threads was, what is the largest thing you've ever had in your ass?
Yeah.
Another one is, I don't know, a black cock abortion was another one.
And I honestly didn't even see that stuff. I just saw,
well, so be honest about what you saw. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I don't even know.
Tell them the red flags.
There weren't any.
Yes, there were.
What? There was something. There was, what
You
did I,
can
what
say
was
it.
I don't remember.
Then that's pretty awesome. That,
Right, because we
it's not
talked
important
about
to
it.
you anymore.
We talked about it, and...
Okay, I will tell them. So
Okay.
one of the things was that I had mentioned that I was thinking about
Oh,
suicide.
yes. See, oh, yeah, just
I was at
Yes.
that point where I was kind of contemplating suicide because my best friend in the world had killed himself, and it really fucked me up.
And there's a lot more context to that, why he went so far over the edge. Trust me, if you heard all the context, you'd be like, damn. I mean, that's horrible. So,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And she saw that I was talking to these, trolls, these shit posters about it, and because that's what the water cooler and Documenting Reality means to me. It's a place that I can go, not Facebook, right? You can't talk about whatever the hell you want on Facebook. Somebody's going to get offended. Somebody's going to report you.
And
right?
nobody gets offended on the site. And if they do, they just tell you to fuck off.
Yeah.
And they walk away. They don't give a damn.
No, they want you to get offended
Yeah.
so they can latch on to you
Yeah.
and offend you even more.
But when I saw that, and all he had to do was remind me about that, I was pretty, not like upset, but I definitely had questions. And I went to him and I said, hey, there is something that
Possible red flag.
Yeah. And I
Are
need
you
to
mentally
know.
unstable?
Yeah. I'm like, I need to know about this time in your life. What
I had
it looked
admitted
like.
that I was bipolar.
Well, I don't think you had. I
Not
think
to
that's
you,
what,
but
no.
on the site.
Yes, and that's how I found out. That
Was
and so
from the site. We'd
yes.
only had, 3 or 4 dates by then?
I guess, but I found out these things
It's
by
not
reading
something
the
you
site.
lead with, though, when
I
you're
know,
dating.
but
Oh, by the
finding
way,
out-
I'm bipolar,
I know,
depressed.
but telling somebody to go to the website and finding out there was a little shocking
Unorthodox,
for me.
yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, it kind of, because I am who I am. He took a risk, but because I am who I am, it was totally okay that I found out that way. It's just that I recognize how crazy it was that he let knowing.
So you already knew that I was hypersexual
No, yeah, this is
because
not,
of where we met.
Yeah, but this isn't nothing like that. This is suicide, and
You
this
want to
is
tell them where we met?
AFF.
Adult Friend Finder.
Yeah. And my profile talks all about, that I don't use the words hypersexual, but it's kind of obvious when you read it because I say, sexuality, sex in my relationship is number one. I don't know if I do on that site, but I in my profiles, I have said ED issues cannot be entertained. I can't handle an ED issue. Now, that's not to say that...
Which I'm kind of pushing it, I guess, because I'm not always in the mode.
Well, no, not really. Mike has definitely challenged me for my feelings because I have a praise kink. And again, we'll get into our kinks and things, so I'll explain that. But just to say right now that he definitely has pushed my limitations, I guess, for feeling good about myself because he is just the way he is, you know. And he's not somebody that's like on, even though he's hypersexual. He's not like, what do they say, down to fuck all the time. Not that he's not interested in sex. Sex is not just about fucking. Sex is not just about penetration. And Mike's all about variety. Mm. And it's taken me some time. It's taken me some time to, and I'm not there yet, but I'm a lot further than I was, to understand that just because he's not fucking me
doesn't mean I'm not mind fucking you. I mean,
right.
That's half of sex to me is mind fucking.
But you know, you have to get used to somebody's personality, and I have not got a handle on Mike yet.
Yeah, we're still figuring each other's shit out.
Yeah, which is why we're here. We're
documenting this shit.
Exactly. That's the stuff I think that people are going to be interested in, because we're both hypersexual. We both have our special, unique kinks, and we're both, you know, of the entertainer mentality. So, which means whether I have a shyness about me or not, we both crave the spotlight with each other. You know, he wants to be the apple of my eye, and I want to be the apple of his eye. We both want to be craved by the other, and we both want to orally satisfy the other. You've got two people who are 100% everything they said they are, which is almost identical to each other when it comes to sex anyway. And I have been in relationships in the past where guys have tried to claim they were like me, and I was like, oh, I don't know how we're going to do this, but they weren't. And it always turned out fine because I could dominate the oral stuff. I could be the one to always give them head, make them come, make me happy. And they were highly...
Yeah, well, how the tables have turned, eh?
Right. Because in those relationships, the guys were highly sexual, so I could make them come fast with my mouth, which always pleased me, and it fed my praise kink, but then they still wanted to fuck, you know, so then I could help them with their kinks. But I always had to kind of get mine first, because I don't know, it just seemed to work that way. But with Mike, I don't get it. I don't get it most of the time. And I don't mean I don't get sex. I don't get his orgasms. And so we're learning each other. And of course he is who he is, and sometimes he's abrupt and I don't understand. I feel sort of rejected. I have issues with rejection.
Hang on, lady.
No.
Do you or do you not come multiple times a day when
absolutely.
you are with me?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Aw, are you feeling unappreciated? You need me to
I rest my case,
You need me to
Your
shine
Honor.
a light on you? But we're not talking about
I am
that.
upholding my sexual
But
responsibilities.
you're not allowing me to get satisfaction for upholding mine. Do you see how that works? Audience, you get it, right? He's sitting here getting fed, feeling great that I orgasm all the time, yet where's mine? Where is my satisfaction? Hold on, don't say a word. This is what I'm talking about. In other relationships, guys have claimed they were like me. They were not, so it worked. In this relationship, we are who we claimed we are. Yeah. We both derive our pleasure from the other person's orgasms. And as thought, those two people would butt heads. Somebody is going to be on the losing end of that. And I am the loser.
Aww.
But I am getting my orgasms. But see, I don't derive my pleasure just from getting an orgasm. My pleasure also comes from giving them. And you will not allow me to do that most of the time. Most of the time.
Right.
Yes. So
apparently
that also
is just enough for her to stick around.
That also is a very interesting thing to talk about.
Sure.
Because I have always thought that two people like this probably couldn't be in a relationship. Especially if and I'm just going to say it like this, especially if the man
is an edgelord,
is stronger than me
and a pleaser,
stronger than me personality wise, and he's going to take over
or whatever.
Yeah, and he's going to insist that he's the one that's going to get all the orgasms, and he'll give me whatever the fuck I get when I get it, and that's sort of where we are. Because he doesn't see
orgasms.
It exactly.
I mean, I guess I do in a way, but it's all mental.
Yeah, so there is so you, but see, you do not need the orgasms. Just like I honestly don't need them. I enjoy them though. I want them, but
Good.
yes, but we're both the same in this. So you have to understand that my biggest pleasure is going to be from making you orgasm with my mouth.
Okay.
I'm not getting that, guys.
I'm
to
sorry.
date, I have not made him come with my mouth. So
Sorry.
I'm just, don't apologize. I'm just saying this is going to be interesting.
If you want to come from Honey's mouth,
if you want to please me, if you want to make me happy,
email me at shitlesspodcast@gmail.com. If you think you are worthy of fucking my girl's mouth and coming in her fucking mouth,
because apparently he's not going to.
email me. Oh, I might.
See, but okay, guys, this is exactly what this is why this is a worthy podcast to watch. Because what the fuck is going to happen? How is this going to work out? Where am I just going to live my life out not being satisfied halfway?
Wait a minute. You're not satisfied.
I said halfway.
Halfway.
There's going to always
You're
be half
only
of me.
half satisfied with me because I haven't come in your mouth from a blowjob yet.
How about if I hadn't come from your mouth? How would you feel right now?
That's not
Just
possible.
answer the fucking question.
How would I feel?
Yeah.
I've gone down on a woman before who hasn't come from my.
We've been together
prowess or
for
whatever.
3 weeks. What if I had only come in those 3 weeks? All the times we've had sex, I've only come for you a couple of times.
I might start to question as to whether or not you were the one for me.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
I'm not getting it. So
I'm in danger.
I'm just saying.
It's a red flag.
You know, see, you're not in danger, but you're forcing me to have to force you to understand. And I know
You think
understand.
I don't get it? I do get it.
Then why are you, oh, you're not satisfied?
She's only half satisfied. So I've got to
I
figure
have-
out how to loosen the fuck up and just come in her fucking mouth when she goes down on me.
Or
That's
let
where
me-
that's where we're at, fellas.
Or let me jerk you
and
off.
ladies.
Let me jerk you off. I'll be happy with that too. I just want to be the master of it.
The one who physically makes me come.
Yes. I mean, you've only come inside of me a couple of times.
Few.
Oh, has there been
More than
3?
twice.
Maybe. I don't know. But the point is, no, that's not true. It's only twice. The other 2 were in my hand. Well, not my hand, your hand.
Or your face. Or your hair.
In your hand.
Okay.
Your hand controlled it. I want me to control it. Twice my pussy controlled it. So that's good.
Oh,
I do like that.
control.
So you see why you need to watch this this podcast. Is this a fucking train wreck, or is this a match made in
We're
heaven?
gonna figure this shit out.
Yeah.
I have full faith in our ability to parse the intricacies of depravity together.
Yeah.
Successfully.
And I think that the reason we will figure it out and we will stay together and have a successful life together is because we both really do want to explore and adventure together. Like, the time that we have spent together so far has been so satisfying. You know, notwithstanding my lack of having his cum in my mouth. The time that we spend together, and whether it is in bed or out of bed, has been excellent.
I agree.
Yeah, and has been...
Hey, guess what? We have both said the fucking L word.
He's such a child that we said, I love you.
It's the L word.
Are you afraid of it?
Everybody knows what the L word
Are
is.
you I like you.
Lesbian.
Lesbian? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we both said I love you.
Yeah.
Which was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
At first I said I fucking love you, like twice.
And then when he said he loved me, he said, I said fucking
That's
love
right,
you.
no, I said I fucking love you.
And I'm like, well,
which
fuck
is
you
not the
then.
same thing.
Well, fuck you then.
as
I'm
I
never
love
saying
you.
it.
You said it first, though.
No.
Yes, you
Fuck
did,
you.
baby. You said
Fuck
it first,
you.
which totally got me off. I
Oh,
was like, "Oh my
whatever.
god, she loves me," and then I was allowed to say it myself because
Oh
I don't know.
my God.
I don't know if I would have said it without her saying it first.
That's such bullshit, people. Don't even listen to him. He was so fucking
Hey guys,
up my ass.
Guys, wait for her to say it first.
Oh, shut up.
Don't be a putz.
Oh my God, don't be a pussy.
Don't be desperate. All right.
Whatever. He was far from desperate.
She's gonna know.
Let's
whether,
talk about the
she's
long
gonna
game.
know whether you love her or not. Anyway,
let's talk
But
about-
wait for her to fucking say it, or you're a putz.
Let's talk about his long game and how he almost fucked the whole thing up. Don't do this. You want to learn. See, this is the stuff we're going to talk about. And we are going to talk about our pre-relationship experience. Because you men out there, you need, and women, because I had, actually it wasn't even about patience. It was dumb luck.
I think if you're a true sapiosexual, you better master the fucking long game.
Well, you know what? But if you're a true sapiosexual, and he is, but he went to, girls, man, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. He went too many days leaving me on hold. I would reply to him, and 3 days would go by, and I saw him online, but he wasn't talking to me. So eventually, and I had no animosity towards him. I enjoyed talking to him, but I'm like, okay, he's made it clear he's not interested in me.
You don't want to seem desperate.
Oh, fuck off. And let me say this. 3 days is too long, okay? Guys, if you can play the long game without...
So make it 2.75.
No, shut up.
Here's the proof is in
much.
the fucking pudding, baby.
No.
Here we are doing a fucking podcast
Thanks to
together.
me. Thanks to me.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with me.
Fuck no, you are damn lucky, and I told you so. You don't accept it, but I told you. I have told you from the beginning, and you know it. We do not agree on this. I have told you that you are just lucky you were this close. People, my fingers are less than an inch apart.
She says it's in spite of the long game. I say it's because of the long game.
No, absolutely
Same thing, despite, in spite of.
Absolutely not. Okay, when you have like 600 messages on an app, eventually you just purge everything off.
It's a risk I took. I knew she was getting tons of messages from guys every day.
You know what? I don't believe... No, and I am never going to agree to this. Never. You're so full of shit.
But I still insist the proof is in the fucking pudding.
Yeah, you know what the proof is? The proof is he's a fucking lucky bastard. That's the proof. Plain and simple.
What she calls luck, I call skill.
Oh, fuck you.
It's the force, guys. Use the force. Trust your fucking instincts.
What? If you want to...
Trust your gut.
If you want to run the risk of losing something that could be good...
Hey, if it's meant to be, it'll fucking happen, fellas.
Then go days without talking to a woman on a dating app. That is the kiss of death. It wasn't
days. What, 2, 3 days maybe?
That is days.
Oh my God, 3 days that you haven't talked to me and we're just dating. We're not even dating yet.
No, we're not dating. We're on a dating app.
It's chat on a dating app.
There was no chat. There was...
Baby, I'm sorry I made you feel neglected for a day.
You did. Fuck you. You did not make me feel neglected for a day.
Before we even fucking knew each other.
Shut up. You know what? I bet
she did, though. She wrote me back and said, well, I didn't think you were interested, which is exactly where I fucking wanted her. And then I said, I'm absolutely interested. Are you fucking kidding me? Because I was interested. That's how you play the fucking long game. You edge that shit. You don't jump in with both feet and say, oh my God, you're fucking amazing. I need you.
Oh, who said that?
I'm sure you get that every fucking day.
Yeah, and
from losers who are not having a podcast with you.
You know what? Here's the proof in your fucking pudding. I should fucking stop seeing you just so I can say you're wrong.
You should.
I should.
And let's see how long it takes. Before you want my tongue in your asshole again.
Oh, whatever. So, this is us.
Somebody said that on DR because we asked for ideas for the podcast.
Yeah.
And Analingus was one of the taboo.
Yeah, somebody said that you lick
a woman's asshole and she'll fall in love with you if you're doing it right. You know?
And I call bullshit, but
yeah,
I'm sure there's somebody out there. But if you're getting your ass licked all the time anyway, how is that going to make you fall in love with anybody? It's not. But I'm sure there's women out there that don't get their ass licked, and wow,
and are more likely to fall in love with the guy who is the one who unleashes their inner whatever.
Yeah, freak. Yeah. But we're not just here to talk about our relationship and let you listen to us banter back and forth about someone's fail at the long game. That's not what we're only here for.
Clear success.
That's not the only thing we are here for. We are also here to talk about taboo. And that will have... Sometimes that will have to do with our relationship because we have experience with it. Or we want to experience it.
Okay, so should we talk about analingus or anal shit? Like, should that be the taboo of the week?
It could be.
Okay, so...
we're going to... Just so you know, and this is sort of where I was going, was we're going to talk about all taboo again, except illegal crap. We're not going to entertain that. But
Well, I think necrophilia is illegal, but I'm going
Yeah.
to talk about it.
okay, that's in a gray
But
area.
we're not going to talk about kitty shit.
No.
Ever.
No.
Sorry,
so,
Philo Van.
Yeah, so we are going to explore and talk about taboos and kinks and fetishes. We'll talk about the difference between a kink and a fetish. We will talk about addiction. We'll talk about what we are into in these areas whenever we're talking about the
I
topic.
can't wait to talk about my kinks.
So let's talk about licking ass.
Well, not necessarily just licking ass, like all anal stuff, like butt stuff.
Okay, well, you said analingus.
But yeah, analingus is huge for me because I love
That's
doing
licking
it.
ass, in case you don't know.
Yeah, it's like cunnilingus, only it's analingus. Have you seen the Christopher Walken Saturday Night Live sketch where he plays Colonel Angus,
No.
Cunnilingus?
Funny.
And he says, I want you to call me by my given name, Enel. And he says, Analingus? It sounds like analingus. So, yeah, anyway, I love licking ass. I'm like, who was it? Who's the motherfucker guy from Pulp Fiction? Samuel L. Jackson, right? When they ask him, do black guys eat pussy? He's like, I eat the pussy, I eat the butt, I eat every damn thing. That's me. I can't get enough of it. I love eating ass. And I have done it many times with the few women I've been with, and they have all loved it. None of them has complained, which makes me very happy.
Oh,
Maybe.
he only did it to me once, so it's the long game.
Was it only one? I've only done it with you once. It's the long game.
He's always talking about how I love it, I can't get enough of it, but I've had it once.
I've had it once.
It makes me think my ass isn't very good, and I even told him that. I said, you don't like my ass.
Your ass was delicious.
Whatever. Proof is in the pudding.
Would you like me to lick your ass right now
No, I
so
would
that I
not.
can show the viewing
No.
or the listening audience
No, no.
exactly how much I love licking your asshole?
No, I would not. Let's keep talking. I was just commentary.
Because I'll do it.
No. Continue. He loves
I'll
to
do
lick.
it right the
he
fuck now.
loves to lick ass, can't get enough of it. Continue.
But as far as
But-
butt stuff in general, we have not had anal sex yet.
No.
We're working on it. Somebody has a really tight asshole, which is fine and normal.
They should be tight to hold stuff in that doesn't want to come out.
That's the function.
Yeah.
Right? The sphincter muscle.
Some people are tighter than others, and some people don't relax as easy.
Yeah, we bought a glass butt plug. Bought a glass butt plug.
It was big.
It was not that big.
It's big.
It's really not that big if you've seen some other butt plugs that are out there. But it's big enough. It was bigger than, what she was ready for sure. So we are easing our way towards that. And it's so far so good. We've had a finger in there twice, I think, and my tongue more than once. I've had my tongue in your ass more than once. I've licked your asshole more than once.
He's getting real defensive here.
I know I've licked your asshole more than once.
Okay, all right.
But no,
Calm
you're
down.
right. I didn't fully put my tongue in there more than once. We're going to take care of that tonight. Hey, I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
We love each other.
Yes.
And that's important. I think it's very important
To the story.
to the story
Yeah.
of us
Yeah.
that we are on this journey together,
Yeah.
that we do actually love each other, that we do actually want the best for each other.
And we also need to acknowledge that we kind of fell hard and fast for each other.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah. And we acknowledge that. I mean, just today we were talking about it.
There's
But-
a very real chance that we will crash and burn because we jumped in. What is it? They say only fools rush in, right? Maybe we're being foolish. What is it you posted on your Facebook
What? To make sure.
about falling hard and fast?
If you fall hard and fast, just make sure the other person is falling hard
is
and
with
fast.
you,
Yeah,
they're
is with
falling
you.
hard and fast with
Yeah.
you.
But I mean, we are together on this. I mean, he says I said it first, and okay. But I think I've held back in the long run. Maybe I've had a little bit more walls up, but I still think that overall we're both very much on the same page. I probably make people sick when they're around us.
Yeah, there's been some public displays of affection.
Yeah.
I mean, on Documenting Reality in the water cooler,
they're tired of us.
I've posted pictures of us together and bragged about our current dating life,
and
et
they're
cetera,
actually
et cetera.
to the point. They're like, okay, we get it. You're fucking happy. Fuck off now.
Get a fucking room.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. But here's the thing: we fell hard and fast. We acknowledge it, and
We're happy.
right. And
I'm fucking happy.
yeah, and me too. And we have all these outside interests. I mean, it's just not about sex. I think people who fall hard and fast, usually it's an infatuation or in lust. They just fuck, and then they burn out on it, and then they kind of decide to spend a day together, actually not fucking, and they realize they don't like each other very much.
But how many of them chronicle their relationship together in a podcast?
Yeah, I don't know if any do. But,
Right.
but we're going to. And I also want to say we have spent time together out of bed doing very mundane things.
All right, let's get back to the topic at hand, which is butt stuff.
Oh, all
We
right.
got 10 minutes left, okay?
All right.
Butt stuff. Baby, I want to hear about your first anal experience.
You mean actual penetration?
Anything to do with anal sex
I
or
don't
your
know.
butthole.
Well, probably my first husband. He was very...
So you didn't masturbate anally
No, you know
as a
what?
teenager?
No. I gotta change that up. I really didn't have my ass licked or anything until this last marriage. No, there was no anal. There was no playing.
You never experimented
Nobody
with your own
ever.
asshole?
I don't think so. No, I didn't with myself. No.
Wow.
No.
That surprises me. Well, it shouldn't surprise me, right? I always wondered about women and masturbation. I think guys masturbate and experiment with masturbation a whole lot fucking more than women do.
You only have one hole. I have two, and I prefer the pussy. So,
So you never even bothered.
no.
Interesting.
Most women will say that's where things go out, not in. I mean,
When I discovered my prostate, I was...
but men are different. You've got a cock and you've got one hole.
Yeah.
I mean, it sort of makes
sense. You've got
sense.
a pussy and you've got two holes.
Two holes. I choose the pussy.
Okay.
So the first time I had anything really to do with my ass was in my third marriage. I've been married 3 times, and we'll get into all that over time as well. Please do not judge me. There's great stories behind this, and you'll have lots of if you're capable, you'll have lots of compassion towards it and understand. But I was on my third marriage, 23 years, probably about 10 years in. He was very oral. He had never licking. He had
Licked?
never licked an ass. And
yours was his virgin ass
it
licking.
was, and he, it was 10 years, and we hadn't done it. But what was going on was he was very oral, and I kept every time he'd go down on me, I'd sort of lean in.
We should have had 2 bottles.
Yeah, we should have. I would sort of lean in and try to push my ass towards him because it just seemed like that's what I wanted. And then one day he went for it, and then he turned into an ass whore. I mean, he couldn't freaking stop eating my ass, and he did it as much as he ate my pussy. Every single time he constantly, always the ass. So then we experimented butt plugs, and I had the first time I squirted for him, we were probably married 19 years, and we were fucking around, and I had an anal dildo that vibrated. It wasn't on vibration. He put it in my ass, and then I had a vibrator on my clit, and then he was licking my pussy.
Mm-hmm. Which is huge for you.
Huge. I have, huge.
She has the most sensitive pussy hole I've ever encountered.
Yeah, I can come just when he puts his
Just
tongue
from having my tongue in her pussy.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So that's why this is sort of crucial to the story. So he put his tongue there. I had the vibrator, and then when I started feeling the orgasm building from that, I told him to turn the vibrator on in my ass. As soon as he turned the knob, it turned on. I freaking squirted all over him. He was so excited. It happened like 3 separate times.
I'm excited just hearing about it.
Yeah, when I was
cool.
done, I asked him, I'm like, did I squirt on you? And he said, yes, 3 times in my face.
Okay, and just for the record, you didn't just piss all over him, did you?
No. So
that's not what squirting is, right?
Although sometimes that is exactly what a woman's doing. Women are capable of peeing when they're
during an orgasm.
or faking an orgasm, whatever. Yeah. But I was,
Okay.
I was, 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 I was,
But that's not what happened with you in that moment.
No, and there is a difference when you're coming, when you're having an actual orgasm, especially if the ass is involved. You secrete hormones and mucus, and I don't even know all that's in there. There are studies out there. You can look them up. They've done studies. They will analyze the secretions that come out of a woman, and yeah, there is urine, but it's not just urine, which makes sense. All that lubrication is something,
sure,
and that's what they're seeing in the microscope is stuff. It's not just urine.
It's mostly mucus.
Yeah, it is other things. But having said that...
Hormone-rich mucus.
Yeah, but having said that, if she fucking squirts a gallon on you and it smells like piss, it's piss.
It's probably piss.
Yeah, it's fucking piss.
Are you going to complain?
I don't know.
Does it matter? That's the thing. Like, and I see
matter.
debates about it in the WC, in the water cooler, on DR, on documenting reality. Like, oh, well, she just pissed on you. It wasn't squirting. You know, she didn't come on you or whatever. And my thought process is, does it fucking matter?
To some guys, it does. Some guys are like, they don't want a woman to squirt on them because they just assume, period, it's urine. I don't want to be peed on.
Who gives a fuck? It's
they
amazing.
Don't want to be peed on.
It's a phenomenon. It's a physical reaction to what it is that you're doing.
You do understand, though, that like on some porns, the women will drink like a gallon of water,
and they fake it or whatever. So
right,
yeah, it's not real. I get that,
but right,
that's not what we're talking about.
Right, and I'm only saying that because you're saying it's a phenomenon and it's all this. Sometimes women can manufacture that, not just movies, not just porns. Sometimes,
Hi, Wiggly. Hey, Wiggly. I'm really proud of you for admitting that your epic sexual experience was finding out that you could squirt. I'm so proud of you for that, because otherwise it seems to me like you are some kind of frigid bitch. You throw cold water on sexual conversation all the time, which is frustrating, I'll be honest, but it is what it is. But thank you for taking part in that conversation and admitting that you did have an epic sexual experience.
Okay, guys, Wiggly is somebody from DR. If you go over and you join Documenting Reality and go into the water cooler, or, just browse around, you'll probably see Wiggly. And she does have a tendency to ruin the party when it comes to sex.
She doesn't care about anything.
Yeah, she has no care for anybody or anyone. And which is, that is the vein of how it is on DR. That's the goal of the people, not all the people, but the people that you'll find in the water cooler. That is their goal. Pretty much 100%.
You're going to be trolled, period.
Yeah. You have to have a thick skin.
Accept it. Yep.
I've only been on there about a little over a week. I've been trolled continuously.
Relentlessly.
Relentlessly.
Because you're my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they know that.
Oh, the stuff they tell me. The stuff they tell me about him. Just saying the most horrible stuff, about me liking a homosexual ass fucking little monkey.
Pedo.
Yeah,
you name it.
So yeah, you have to be thick-skinned to be in there.
But that's what makes it fun. It's free speech. It's mind fuckery.
But don't be afraid of DR. The whole site's not like that. We're specifically talking
only
about
the water cooler.
It's the troll zone.
You're
it's
not
where
allowed
it's
to be. Yeah, they are not allowed to troll you outside of the water cooler typically.
Yeah. If somebody trolls you, bad outside of the water cooler, they will probably get in trouble. So don't be afraid to go and explore. And even if you are afraid, you can explore without talking. Don't talk.
Yeah, just lurk.
Yeah, just be a lurker.
Anal.
Oh, okay. So as far as actual penetration, so I have had a lot of licking and fingers. Now, he couldn't put his fingers in. You can get your fingers in me. You're smooth with fingers, and it feels great. So, and
I don't have smooth fingers, but I am.
You're smooth the way you use them.
Yeah.
He stretches. He makes sure it's moist and ready. Is moist a good word? That's such a horrible word.
Feel that shit out as I'm doing it. I'm cautious.
Yeah, he doesn't just shove it in there dry. He does it very well. One of the best. I mean, I think I've only met one other person.
But you're talking about penetration. We're coming up on an hour, so
okay, all right.
Penetration.
So anyway, I've had all of that, Right. But as far as penetration goes, I've only had it once. Well, that's not true. I've had it twice.
Okay.
The first time it was with my ex-husband, and he got the head of his cock in. Now, he had ED issues. So what happened was, and it took him years of licking my ass before he decided to try to fuck it. And I think he only did it because I wanted it really badly. And he stuck the head of his cock in. So I'm very tight. I'm new at it. So he pulled the plug out, stuck his head in. The head got in because I felt it like kind of pop as it went in. And then he fucking lost his erection.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was very, very upset.
Disappointed, yeah.
Yeah, but then the next time was with a boyfriend I had after my divorce. And he had a pretty thick, big cock. And we tried. I had a few drinks so that I'd get loosened up. I got on top of him. That's the way he wanted me to do it. I really wanted him to get on top of me because I wanted to be able to kiss and stare and, have some closeness. I thought that would help me if I was feeling pain or anything. But he's like, no, you need to get on top because you control it. I had a fear that being on top, I'd accidentally lose myself and fall on it.
Right.
And it would hurt. Yeah, but okay, I got on top, and I would say we tried about 7 times, and it kept, I'd go in, it would get half an inch in, and then slide out, because it was just too freaking tight. So we did that until the point we were just laughing, just like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. So I said, okay, fine, I'm going to get on my back. I want you to try it my way. He's like, okay, at this point, he'll do anything. So he gets, it's amazing, he's still hard, after all this. So he gets on, but he wanted it bad, see? So, this was a challenge. So I get on my back, he starts trying. It only took 2 times. The first time it slid out. The second time, I scooted back and put my hands on the headboard. And he followed me forward, shoved it in, and when he shoved it in, I pushed against the headboard, so I forced his cock in my ass.
In your asshole.
Yeah. And he says it didn't go in all the way, but regardless, I thought it felt like it did. It was way further I've ever had it. And he only pumped he thrust maybe 3-4 times tops, and he came. But, he'd been trying forever, so he was ready. So but
that was it,
That's it. That's my entire experience. Beyond that, the only time I've had my ass licked is the supposedly 2 times you've done it.
Not supposedly.
I remember once.
You only remember my tongue on your asshole once?
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of myself, folks. No, because I know for a fact that I did drop down to her asshole as I was looking at her pussy. But I was doing such a great job at looking at her fucking pussy that she didn't even give a shit about me dropping down to her asshole.
It?
That's definitely
That's gotta be it.
That's gotta be it.
Okay.
All right. We're past an hour. We did an hour and 2 minutes. So
today was mostly supposed to be about getting to know us and what the podcast is going to be about.
We'll talk more about anal next time.
Maybe.
Definitely
at some point.
At some point.
We might have a new topic.
Yeah, because I didn't even get into my anal antics, but...
We don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody gives a shit about a guy's asshole. Okay?
I fucked it in.
Unless you're queer or whatever, gay, yada yada. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We love you. We wish you all the best in your own adventures into depravity.
We hope you have them. Get out there and be depraved.
Let us know all about it.
Yeah. Do we have an email?
shitlesspodcast@gmail.com.
We'll get one for this podcast, but that'll do for now.
Okay. See you.
Bye.
Peace.